Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Darren Young, and I am one of the members of Group F. The other members are Jose Coy, Kimberly Francis, Nikisha Soares, Norley Marin, and Tavia Horace. Today, I will be presenting on the behalf of the group, and my focus will be on performance management for modern organization. What is performance management? Now, before proceeding, it is important for us to define the term performance management. According to Slavic, Berber, and Levoic, performance management is defined as an assessment of current and previous performance of employees, organizational groups, and the organization as a whole against organizational expectation in order to guide decision-making processes. There are varying processes that either evaluate the individual face-to-face or the quantitative or qualitative data gathered on the individual. The evaluation may use standards rank, objective, or critical events as a means of measure, as well as it may be a multilateral evaluation. The intent of the evaluation is to improve and guide decision-making, as well as to motivate management and staff. Performance management involves a series of processes, specifically identifying, measuring, managing, and developing the performance of human resources in an organization. It is important systematic analysis and measurement of workers' performance. Now we move on to the benefits of performance management. There are a number of benefits associated with performance management, which can be grouped into organization, managers, and employee benefits. Organizational benefits contribute to employee retention and loyalty, improve organizational performance, clear accountabilities, improve productivity, and overcoming barriers to communication. Managers' benefits helps to reduce conflicts, ensures efficiency, save time, and consistency in performance. Employee benefits help self-assessment opportunity, clarify job accountabilities, clarifies expectations of employees, and clearly defines career path and promotes job satisfaction. Greater than 60% of organizations across Central and Eastern Europe use formal appraisal system known as the FAS, inclusive of the 360-degree evaluation. Performance indicators such as the quality of service, productivity, profitability, innovation, and environmental impact show higher statistical values in organizations with FAS. For example, the countries surveyed within the region, which are Serbia and Bulgaria, did not follow the general trend in employing FAS. The percentages of organizations within these countries do so are between 54% and 34.1% respectively. The study cohort believed that the reason for this varied between the FAS being too time-consuming and expensive to implement, or the HR manager had little experience in implementing the formal appraisal system. Now we move on to performance appraisal and performance management. It is important to note that performance appraisal is a subset of performance management. Rather than goal highlights the difference between performance appraisal versus performance management, as illustrated above. On the left-hand side, performance appraisal is the ongoing process of evaluating employee performance over time. Whereas, on the right-hand side, performance management is the process of identifying, measuring, managing, and developing the performance of the human resource in an organization. And as I reiterate, it is a systematic analysis and measurement of a worker's performance. So what exactly does a performance appraisal do? Well, an effective performance appraisal system can assist the organization in achieving its corporate goals and objectives through staff development and improved communication. Not only can employee training needs be identified and addressed, but hidden talent can be discovered as well. Employees need to know how they can develop to be better contributors. Performance appraisals aid in ensuring that the daily efforts of employees directly contribute to their team goals and those of the organization. The performance review process also provides valuable feedback and instruction to employees and give managers a useful framework from which to assess staff performance. Many organizations recognize that performance appraisal can provide key benefits for employees and managers, including 1. Employees get regular feedback about their performance and receive suggestions for improvement. 2. Managers and employees work together to set goals, identify training needs, and discuss career opportunities. 3. Managers gain insight into different jobs, fostering better working relationship and communication. And lastly, employee training and development is one of the most significant motivators used to help both individual and organization in achieving short-term and long-term goals and objectives. Training and development not only enhance knowledge, skills, and attitudes, but it also offers several benefits, such as it reduces low production costs within the organization, reduce long-term training costs, reduce high attrition rates among employees, increase morale, confidence, and motivation, and lastly, improve availability and quality of staff. Moving along, it is important to note, however, that poorly conducted appraisals can result in staff insecurity and encourage dissent or anger. They can also give the appearance of unfair or discriminating treatment. Currently, there are several challenges that exist with the current appraisal method. First, poor communication. This happens when consistent feedback is not encouraged. Tact and emphasis absent throughout the process, which may make managers seem too busy to find time for people management. 2. Lack of objectivity. This is when factors are difficult to measure and may have little to do with employees' jobs and performance. 3. Rating bias. This is the tendency to allow individual differences such as age, race, and sex to affect the appraisal rating employees receive. 4. Unclear standards. This is when an appraisal is open for interpretation and there is no clear guideline as it relates to what employees are being assessed on. 5. The halo effect. This is when the rater's overall perception, whether good or bad, of an employee results in their rating measurements across the board. 6. Central tendency. This is when the rater avoids making extreme judgments of employees' performance. Therefore, all employees are rated in the middle of the scale. And lastly, leniency. This is when the rater tends to rate all employees at the positive end of the scale, or negative leniency, where the rater rates at the negative end of the scale. This happens when managers overemphasize either positive or negative behavior. The way forward. According to Rodenberg, annual reviews are no longer the sole form of performance management organizations use to develop their employees. Above are a few key strategies that can be used to improve the challenges that exist with the appraisal methods. Set clear and measurable goals. Create an ongoing feedback loop. Reconsider the annual appraisal report. 360-degree feedback. Straight ranking appraisal. Conventional appraisal by intermediate supervisor, management by objective appraisals, trait-based appraisals, behavior-based appraisal, and train managers on providing effective feedback. Continuous performance management starts with goals, and if goals are not clearly and specifically identified or too complex to measure, employees will not have clear objectives to meet or clear standards to live up to. Consequently, managers won't be able to have discerning discussions with employees regarding their performance. Once quantifiable goals are set and an ongoing feedback loop is created, managers will then be able to divulge information to employees to promote, encourage personal development, which in fact drive overall performance. Now, careful thought must be given to defining the standards of performance. How high would the bar be set? Goals not only specify what is expected of them, but how well they are expected to perform their jobs. Are they expected to do the job well, or are they asked to perform at an acceptable level? In another case study, Sakaguchi, 2013, speak of the key features that occurred in Japan through performance-based practices. These practices emerged in the 1900s after a long recession. A recommendation was made by the Japan Federation of Employees Association in this regard amidst anxiety of the downward economy which may have been triggered by the low productivity of white-collar employees and their associated high labor costs. Surveys conducted by the Japan Productivity Center for Socio-Economic Development indicated by 2004, 90% of institutions had incorporated some aspect of the performance-based HRM practices. One popular aspect being the annual salary system. In order for performance-based HRM to be effective at boosting the morale and motivation of the employee, it is important that emphasis be placed on a fair assessment of the employee's performance. Studies have shown that extrinsic motivating factors such as salary are not able to maintain ongoing motivation and must be supported by intrinsic factors such as a feeling of satisfaction for personal growth and development and achievement. This led us to the importance of training and development of employees to keep them inspired and performing optimally. In summary, performance management is critical and serves as a tool for identifying organizational goals by implementing stringent human resource management strategies. Objectives are also harmonized and incorporated with the key performance indicators within the organization. This helps to boost operations from each department towards achieving the goals. Hence, it is important that business do all that is required to ensure that this process is carried out in an effective manner. We are confident that the information shared with you today will aid in improving this process, as remember your employees are your greatest assets, so take care of them. On the behalf of Group F, we wish to thank you for watching our presentation.